Enjoy.
I will. See you, Chris. See you guys later. See you Monday. Tomorrow. Well.
Run, Forrest!
I don't know if
Mary's gonna stop any second now.
What? They're gonna get stopped at one of the As soon as I cross.
There they go.
Yeah, they're never gonna make it.
Fast like rock, smart like frog.
Mine are burning.
Yeah? You got some pain going on here?
Yeah, a little bit.
Excellent.
My arches, it feels like they're gonna like collapse.
Yeah, it's like the arches of my feet.
The balls of my feet are like, feel like they're like pushing up into the top of my foot.
Just like that. I mean, I feel like I'm flat-footed. Like just like that. I know.
All right, here comes the finish. Oh, sure. Thanks. Yeah, go play Frogger.
Wait, my mom's in Framingham.
Please go.
I put a lot of time.
All right, let's roll.
I'm Glenn Johnson. You can call me Mister. I was fortunate enough to work here at Oak for a too brief period of time. And during that time came to know the folks that you were fortunate enough to have as teachers this year. And one of the things that, as you know, they started doing, actually I think the year after I left, was the Walk for Hunger. And through the goodness of their hearts and ultimately your hearts, decided to share some of that money with a cause that's pretty important to me. My oldest son, his name was Kyle, in 2001, when he was a second grader at Patton. How many went to Patton? Patton pride, baby. Okay. In March of his second grade year, he was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And he unfortunately passed away in July of the following year, just after his 9th birthday. Someday you'll know, one of the greatest joys, probably the greatest joy I hope you'll all experience in your life, is the birth of a child. Although much easier for the men, even for the women, and I think everyone here can attest, it's just something that there just is nothing quite like it. Unfortunately, his life was much shorter than it should have been. So after that happened, my wife and I decided that we needed to do something to try and make sense of what seemed like just a senseless tragedy. And so we decided that we would try and do what we could to try and raise money for brain tumor research, because brain tumors are a little bit different in that some are cancerous and some are not. And they don't have to be cancerous to kill you, but without getting into the science of it, we're all familiar with and aware of, and unfortunately probably too aware of, cancer. But brain tumors are an area that does not get a lot of research funding. So we did that in a couple ways. We started after he was diagnosed, we did a bike ride every year to try and raise money. And then we started raising money through a golf tournament, which we hold every year, which happens to be next Monday. And collectively through those two different vehicles, we've raised, coming into this year, just shy of about $400,000. But the way it gets raised is through generosity of individuals like you guys. And so I guess the heartfelt gratitude I have accepting this money, not just this year, but in years prior, is that most of you now, especially, there are a few of you, when I look around, there are some faces that I recognize enough who may know about Kyle, or might know his brother Sam, who's a 7th grader here, but it's not something that you were familiar with. If you went to Patton, the academe out in the back of Patton is kind of a memorial to him, the lighthouse and all that stuff. That was something that we wanted to do for Patton because we loved Patton and they were very good to him and us. Trust me when I tell you, you will look back and you are blessed to have the teachers that you've had this year. And I'm sure that the building is full of good teachers, the system is full of good teachers, there are great teachers everywhere. But if I had to pick a group for my son to have, I would want them to be on this team. And one of the big reasons is they make you, they instill in you and demand of you personal responsibility. And through doing the walk and some of the other things you do, one of the most important things you can ever do in life is give back. Okay? And it doesn't have to be millions of dollars. It doesn't even have to be money. But we're all hopefully going to have long and happy lives. And we all have the ability to somehow, some way, improve someone else's life. We may not see it. It may not be something tangible that we can put our fingers on and say, I did this, so this happened. But you all can, you hear it all the time, you can make a difference. And so those of you who are out doing the Walk for Hunger, it was fun, and you're doing it as a group, and so you have a good time. You don't see, the person who's getting fed at the food pantry as a result of the $100 that you specifically raised, but it happens. So whether you choose to volunteer at a food pantry, or walk for hunger, or run the marathon for cancer, or just go out and clean up an old abandoned lot somewhere, it doesn't matter. Whatever brings you some satisfaction, that's what you need to do. The other thing I want to tell you is that, as I said, most of us are going to be here a long time and have great, happy lives. Don't take it for granted. Because I, as a parent, nor he, as a 7-year-old, didn't expect that he wouldn't be a 10-year-old. Okay? And I don't say that to depress you. I just say, and certainly it brought it into focus for myself and my wife. Every day is a gift. The kids said a lot. But it's really true. There is no guarantee you can't find it. I promise you can let you all find it. There's no guarantee we're going to wake up tomorrow. Okay? The great likelihood is, and I hope to God everybody does, we will. But it's just not a guarantee. So just take every day for what it is. Do what you can to find what it is that makes you happy. And never do something that's going to put someone else down or make someone else feel worse than when you saw them. Always try and make them feel better somehow. And it's easy to do, and sometimes you can do it without even knowing it. And be passionate about something. Find something outside of when you get, next year when you get there, you're going to have homework all the time, and you're going to be like, oh my God. Find something that you can kind of step back from and do that makes you happy, so that when you're stressed out and when you get to finals the end of next year, you can find your happy place and go there and deal with it. And just don't forget, unfortunately, as you go through life and as adults, you'll have more and more people that have different kinds of problems. And just take the time to enjoy each other, enjoy your family, enjoy your brothers and sisters, even when they're driving you nuts. Because, again, we don't know where the journey's going, but make it as good as you can for as long as you can.
If I could ask the students to introduce yourselves to Mr. Johnson.
Yes, you are. Good.
I'm Samantha Dorado.
Hi, Samantha.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Hi, very nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right, how many of you walked, first of all? And I'm not going to look badly on those of you who didn't. It's okay, right? So, thank all you guys. Okay, thank all.
I personally, my brother knew Kyle when he was younger, and my parents, I think they go to the golf tournament every year. So, like, I realized I've known about this, and so it's a little more personal for me. So.
Thanks.